ideally, ideally, like this inactiveness in the church, uh, it have to be only like unto a particular group of people in the church. But I'm not well versed exactly. But in the church we have very many people. We have church members, okay, and then we have these church members which has been given responsibility, and then we are having these worship, church. I don't know, people who just come to worship,
Yeah.
and then they go out. Now, if we talk about inactiveness, that does it apply to every individual in the church or to only a particular group of people in the church?
You know, some people misunderstood in that way because people think that when these people were nominated in that position, these are only specific people that are going to what to do that work. But all in all, we need to understand that the inactiveness that we are talking about, or being to be active in the church, it applies to what every members in the church, because all of us we are looking towards the same faith that taking us to. When we say that only the leaders who are nominated should do the work, then that means we are what separating ourselves in the journey of heaven. So this applies to us that we should also come together and do whatever necessary that we need to do in the church, so that the work of God can go smoothly. Because when we depend only for the leaders, that is the wrong concept that we are taking, and the danger of it is going to be there for us, because otherwise we are going to miss the heaven, because all of us we are in the same way to heaven. And if you are not nominated in your whole life, what do you mean by that one? Okay, are you having assurance that you just come here and do just sit as someone and then you go doing nothing? When we see the life example of Christians, there is opposed. When we see the life of disciples, Jesus was what telling them that I don't have home. If you want to follow me, you just walk with me throughout. And then they were taking that action. Some of them who were fishermen, they lived that one, and then they took the journey. We understand that how they work day and night, because they are active. They want to show the world the good news of Christ. That's why they were like that. And other people who listen to the news about how Christ transforming people, they also do follow and they will involve themselves to be active together. So this means generally all of us in the church, we should be active.
We need to be active.
Yeah, not only the people who are
been elected.
we've been elected.
Because those who have been elected, they are there because of people.
Yes.
And then you people, you are the one to support them.
Support them, yeah.
So they could work for.
Yeah.
So this is very brilliant. Absolutely. Thank you so much. This has brought us to a very convincing question, which we need to know it. The cause of inactiveness. Now, if the inactiveness is that, what causes us inactiveness in the church, particularly in our life as a youth in the church? Youth have energy. We are gifted. God is still, God in, we have a lot as a youth. But what caused that in our life, particularly? You've been having this experience, okay? When mission to Yambio, I had that mission to Yambio, convincing them to come for practice,
Very hard.
convincing them to push the ministry, going visiting, doing a lot of things. I know. What caused this exactly in the life of youth in the church?
When you see, I'm going to give example in the Bible that one of the youth, or one of the gentlemen, that this thing happened to him. So we are going to see in the book of Acts chapter 20, starting from verse 7, going down to 11 now. When we see there, that was when Paul went to Tarsus to go and preach there. And he sat down with the elders. And the Bible says that in verse 7, when we talk about that, people were inside the room. People were listening to the message. But when you go down there, when the message was going, people are very impressed Paul was given, because that Paul took the whole night preaching constantly. And then one of the young men in the Bible, I like the guy. The guy, he went and sat in the third floor, leaving people where down. And this is the one thing that we need to know also. He was not active. He went and sat down in the third floor. and to see people. And Paul was preaching. When it reached overnight, midnight, the guy fell asleep. And what happened? The guy fell from there. And the Bible says that when people realized the guy fall down, they went and found he is already dead. He's a dead man. Because of what? Being inactive in the church. People were busy listening to the message of Paul, and him, he went and sat where? Up there. Now, when we see this is something that, what caused that thing to that man to do that? And also related to the question that what caused it as youth? You know, I went through this, we studied the life of this guy. Then some people who assume that the reason that guy went and sat in the third floor, leaving people together, he was having pride in him because he feel like he is very highly educated. He cannot sit with these people. He's in first class or with class. He cannot sit like everyone. You find people, they just dress smartly. They feel like no one like them. They cannot touch anything. They don't want even to be active. They just come and worship and do other things. And then they feel like they are educated. You find people group themselves sometimes. This is not my class, I cannot talk. Even to do a program, it is very rare for someone. You talk to that person, my friend, you come and do. You see that person is capable to do that, he will say that I will not do it. Because of what? The pride in him, you feel like this is not his type to come and do what? To preach to people. And then the danger is there. Because when we see the life of this man, the guys fall down and he died. People were happened to the guy. And then something amazing, I want to say that for us to do that, it is danger for us in the spiritual life and also in the physical life. Because as Christians, our mission and our priority is to preach the gospel with activeness in the church, not inactiveness. Because when we relax, Christ is coming, we relax, the Christ is coming. Because Christ said that the gospel should be preached to the whole world. And how can we preach if we are not active in the church? So this is applied to everyone. Because when we see in the book of Matthew, he did not say that these people, he did not mention the specific, but he said go therefore. This is everyone. You in the church, and also the youth, everyone there, so that you can go and what? Minister. And everyone will be transformed through your what? Your activeness. And that is the one thing we need to understand in this way.
So that means if we are doing things in the church, we need not to be like reluctant or taking as simple things.
Yes.
Okay? You know, I know I came and I feel like time, I don't have time. Even I'm hungry. They complain of the school time. You know, a lot of small complaints usually raise. You know, which can, you know, as a lame excuse for them to, you know, to devote themselves and to go this work. But God works needs us willingness. So there must be some effect, you know, as a Christian, as a young kid. You fail to activate your energy to do God will, there might be some effects, some result unto you yourself, right? Yeah. I don't know, what are such results? What are the effects? What are the effects of inactiveness in the church? Now, for example, okay, or have not been given responsibility. I've been given that, hey, you need to take control of these small kids this year. Okay. Now, might be my inactiveness in that position. I'm not active in that position, right? And what are the effects now to me personally, which has been assigned the responsibility to do it, but I didn't get out all the feedback which is needed out of me, so that I could train the kids, the young ones, so that they could follow what is needed for them as a young kid to build their faith, to grow up with God. And I did not do it. What are the effects now unto me or unto that person who did not participate in that department?
All right. Well, when we see this one, the effects are very many. And then also, when we see the people who have appointed you to be in that ministry, They were trusting you that you are going to do that. And now you fail to do the same thing, what they require from you.